Everybody, welcome back to the Bullhucker Podcast. I'm Moose Lundstrom.
And I'm Adam Vilke.
Man, we're back at Bullhucker Studio, brother.
We are. The basement of the Brush Emporium.
How's it been? I haven't seen you in a week.
I know, it's been all right.
Yeah.
I actually haven't been traveling the countryside, so
No?
I'm here again.
We have a guest today, too.
We do.
Someone else you tracked down. I met you for the first time today.
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah.
I do remember you as a Pepsi man, though.
Do you really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's been a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
The disgruntled, angry Larry. That was me.
So, yeah, we have Lizzy Schossow with us today.
Lizzy Schossow, how are you?
I'm so great.
I'm glad you're going to do this.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited.
Your dad was here last week.
Yes.
And we're wearing the same clothes, by the way, from last week. Because
Because he was actually here 5 minutes ago. So, the secret's out.
Adam Vilke's a snitch. Let the world know. No, he's a snitch.
Do.
But Lizzy, what do you do for a living?
I teach elementary PE at Pioneer.
You
in
teach
Fort Morgan, yeah.
Elementary school.
Yeah.
That takes balls right there. That should be. Your dad was a cop and
Yep.
probably safer than you.
Yeah, no kidding.
You know. So PE.
Yes,
Do you love it?
I do.
Really?
I get to wear leggings, sports bra, and a t-shirt all day, and I get to play games.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. What got you to do that?
The love of sports.
Is it?
Yeah.
You're a jock.
Oh, yeah.
Had a girl.
Yep.
Had a girl. And how do you two know each other?
From aquatics.
Water aerobics.
Yeah, she showed up one night and
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know who this chick is, but I dig her. I like her.
I dig her.
So, and then after, it was I don't know, a class or two late, I finally got putting pieces together that her mom was the instructor, and I was like, oh, okay.
We look alike. I don't know how you didn't
You
put it
do.
together
Well,
sooner.
You do look
kind
alike.
of assumed that there was, but I didn't know. And so,
You do, and you have the same mannerisms and everything as your mother.
I'm a little better, though.
I came in obviously, Jen. So, she's a swimmer. She's big into swimming.
Yeah.
Right.
She does.
Yeah.
She loves to swim.
And she's a lifeguard too, yes or no?
No, she teaches water aerobics at the city pool as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so she's working them ladies.
Right.
And Doug when he shows up.
Oh, Doug.
And you.
yeah. She tries to get us to work out. We kind of do.
You two fat bastards in the back, quit hugging. Quit hugging.
There was one
She
night,
uses the word juicy, not fat bastard. She's like, come on, juicy boys.
I like that better.
Me too.
I like that better.
there was one night Doug was telling a story and I was kind of like half-assed doing whatever, and Jen was talking mad shit about me and Doug had no idea what was going on. And he's like, what, are you talking to me? I was like, dude, she's been talking to you for the last 10 minutes.
Yeah. He's good at tuning her out.
He is. That's top notch right there.
Selective hearing. Yeah, I believe that's what it's called. Selective hearing,
Yep.
yes. Comes standard with every man on the planet, by the way. That's what we're in the 5th grade when they have sex ed classes and they take the girls into one room and the boys into the other, we don't learn shit about sex. You probably obviously know that if you've been with a man, I guess. They teach us shit like that, selective hearing. Like, I'm going to say something and you guys let me know if you heard it or not. You did? You're not paying attention. You did not hear me say that. Am I wrong?
No, not at all.
That's right. They teach us all kinds of horrible shit. That's why they're
Absolutely couldn't agree more. They teach us that too. Absolutely couldn't agree more.
See? Just agree. That's how it works. Okay. But hey, before we go any further, welcome to the Bullhucker Podcast. If you're not familiar, what we do is we bring on a guest. Today is Lizzy Schossow. I got it right again. Come on.
Look at you go, dude.
Lizzy's going to tell us 3 stories about her life. Now, here's the kicker. Only 2 of these stories are true. One's either borrowed, halfway made up, or all the way made up. Now, Lizzy, without going into great detail, which is the false one? Did you borrow the story? Did you completely make it up, or is it half true, half false?
Half true, half false.
Okay, that's the most popular one. That's the most popular one.
I'm not a liar, so that was hard.
You know what? There's people. You'd be shocked. You'd be shocked. This podcast brings it out of you. That's a lot of people lied to us. Telling them lies. So, but anyway, at the end, so Adam and I are going to try and guess which one it is. And you know what? At home on YouTube, if you're watching this on YouTube, on the bottom right hand corner of the screen is a little red dot. That's our subscribe button. It's a
small click for you, but a huge click for us.
I almost said it for you. My bad.
I know. I caught that. I was like, okay.
And at the end, leave a comment. Leave a comment and see which one you thought was. I always forget to tell people that.
Yep.
That's fun.
Yep.
You know who does it all the time?
My friend Tish.
Oh, yeah. Well,
And Susan Koser.
So it's Tish and Susan Koser, our 2 OGs of the podcast. So, all right. Lizzy, are you ready to tell some stories?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
Elementary teacher. Yes, I am ready. Yes. It's like going to war, man. Where do you find the patience for that? You're just naturally a patient person.
Well, I lived with Doug.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So my patients are. They're good.
All right.
Yeah.
You ready to tell some stories?
Yep.
Let's do it.
Okay, we've got Christmas in Tennessee, I-70 strongman, and porn in the potty.
Porn in the potty. Yeah, I thought these are PG. I'm going to tell you a quick story before we get started. You know the old manager. I'm drawing a blank now. We did this podcast. The gun guy. The people on fire guy. I am drawing a blank. The garage.
The
old mayor of Fort Morgan.
Ron Shaver.
Ron Shaver.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Ron. I drew a blank there. Ron Shaver found out the day of the podcast he was going to be the interim mayor for Fort Morgan. So he calls me and says, look, I got to keep this cleaner, or I got to pull back the stories. And I was like, yeah, that's cool, Ron. What are you going to do? And then he tells us a story about a drug deal that went wrong and how he almost lit somebody in their garage on fire. And I'm like, yeah. So
when he's going to get $400 back from a guy.
Because the guy loaned him $400, but it was in the 70s, so that's a shitload of money, right?
So this guy, he had a garage full of four-wheelers and generators and motorcycles. He got a gallon jug of gas and just started swinging it around his head and spraying gas everywhere.
Oh,
said, you have 5 minutes to come in that house, get my $400 or I'm lighting this garage on fire.
Right. The reason I tell a story is when you said PG, I said, Ron, you're going to come back on this podcast because I want to know the stories you had to turn away if that was the one, you keeping it clean, you keeping it oh, here's a funny story, So we're going to see if you're in the same boat. Adam, you want to pick one or you want me to pick one?
You go ahead.
All right. So Christmas Tennessee, I-70 Strongman. I already know which one I want to hear last, so I'm not going to pick that one at all. Let's hear I-70 Strongman.
Alrighty. So I was probably about 10, and my dad and I and one of his friends and his daughter, we all loaded up and we went to Silverthorne to get firewood. And so we took about a 35-foot flat trailer, a brand new Mega 1-ton Dodge, and we go load up, and we had about six quarts of wood on there, and we're coming up the I-70, coming up to Eisenhower Tunnel. Mm-hmm. And we're trucking along, and all of a sudden, things are going crazy on the pickup. So we're sitting there, and Troy, it was his pickup, we pull over, and the pickup is just smoking. It's not doing good. And so we kind of sit for just a little bit. We hop back in the pickup, and we go and make it maybe 40 yards. So we pull off again. And you know what is it from Silverthorne to top of Eisenhower? 10 miles?
Yeah.
Okay, it probably took us, I bet you, 3.5, 4 hours. Yeah, it was a long day. And so Troy's getting pissed. Dad's getting pissed. I'm in the back with a 2-3-year-old little girl, and I'm about 10. And so my dad gets out, and he's like, you know what? Let's give these truckers a show. So my dad gets out of the pickup and takes his shirt off. We hook this pretty thick rope to the front of the bumper, and Dad puts it over his shoulder. And he's a juicy guy. So we're over on the breakdown lane, and Troy hunkers down in the driver's seat. And so as Dad is in front of the pickup, it looks like he's pulling this Dodge Mega Cab pickup and 6 quarts of wood, and he is just huffing and puffing. Well, I'm in the back and you can't see me, so I'm telling Troy go to the left a little, left. And so Troy's all hunkered down real good, and we're turning. He's turning the wheel, and I'm oh, go to the right, and then we slowly would just kind of creep along, and we did that probably, I want to say, almost a mile. And you just see truckers leaning out their trucks, and they're honking at my dad, and I am dying. I am laughing so hard. And so we finally make it to the very top, and the whistles are howling at us, and I'm oh gosh, what's going on?
The trucker?
Yeah, no, some big whistle for Eisenhower.
I see.
The people that are in the tunnels and stuff, and the whistles are going. And so we pull off because we thought it was us. And so we finally get to the top and we're waiting. Anyway, some guy in like this orange suit comes out and he's got like this long tape measure. Well, the semi behind us was too big and we thought it was us.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Dad, he hauled that truck and that cord of wood and we just kind of creeped along and it was so funny though. Oh my goodness.
And so about what year are we talking?
So I was 10, so 2000.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It would have been better if you were on the hood of the truck with a whip. Yeah. It was like, what the heck? Look at this redneckery over here. My God,
But him taking off his shirt and just huffing and puffing, it was so funny.
That's fun. And
those are the times that you wish you had like a cell phone to record. And,
you just took the words right out of my mouth. But 2000 would have been people, they weren't too common then. There was still flip phones and such, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so... Because you would be...
There might be like grainy security footage from the tunnel somewhere, but that'd be about it.
It's going to show up on some like paranormal shit, like,
I know.
an alien or something, That was a great story. Does Dad remember that? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what they're going to think it is. That's funny. What do you think about that one?
That was great.
And it would have been... It'd be TikTok gold right now.
Right.
If it was out, it'd be TikTok.
I'd be going viral.
You would be going viral.
Yep.
Lizzy and her freak dad from, All right. That was I-70 Strong, man, Adam. Why don't you pick one out, man?
Hey, I'm thinking I know which one you want, so I'm going to go with Christmas in Tennessee.
All right.
Christmas in Tennessee. So my parents did a lot for me this past year, and so I wanted to do something like really big for them. Well, I'm on the phone with my dad in my office, not doing teaching things, but
Yeah.
and he's talking about how the Oak Ridge boys are going to be at the Gaylord, and I'm like, oh yeah, that sounds so cool. Well, in the mix of it, I'm ordering Shania Twain tickets because we're big Shania Twain fans, and so he's like rambling, he's just going and going, and I'm on the phone with him, and so I'm like, you know what? This is going to be good. I'm gonna buy him tickets. It's like right around Christmas time.
Right.
And so I get on and I'm like reading through the website and I noticed it's like a boat tour and I'm like, the Gaylord, man, they really...
That's a big pool.
I'm like, that is a bit, yeah. And I'm like, gosh dang, okay, cool. So I order VIP. I go all out for him. Anyways, so... That was probably about a couple days, and I kind of sat on it a little bit, and I was like, ooh, I need to print these tickets and give it to him. So I had one of my other school teacher friends. I was like, hey, will you print these for me? And she's like, yeah. So she printed them for me. And so I'm sitting there, and she's like, hands the tickets to me, and she's like, hey, you know where you're sending your parents? And I was all, yeah, the Gaylord in Denver, like right there by DIA. And she's like, read that again. And I was like, oh shit. I'm sending him to Nashville, Tennessee.
That's very generous of you, Lizzy. Very generous of you.
I was like, oh my. So I kind of panicked. And so I tried calling the Gaylord because I was going to cancel the tickets because I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta pay for flights to go out there.
Right.
So I was like, you know what? They didn't answer, so it was a sign. So I ordered flights to go out to Nashville, and they had one hell of a show on an oops.
They went.
They went. I said, hey, I bought everything except a hotel. So
yeah, is there a Gaylord in Tennessee?
Yep, they got me. They got me good.
There's multiple Gaylords.
It's a franchise or what?
I'm not
I
sure.
don't know if it's like a franchise, but yeah, there's a few of them, I guess.
Have you been to the Gaylord?
Just the one in Colorado.
Yeah.
Not the one in Tennessee.
Have you been to the Gaylord?
Yeah, that's where we have our office Christmas party.
I was not impressed
years.
with the Gaylord, man.
No?
It was nice.
Yeah.
But like $30 parking when you're staying there.
Right.
Come on.
I agree.
That's what the CML was this year. So, did you have to pay for parking? No.
Oh, yeah.
He shook his head no. They got a hit list on old Doug Schossow over here. They got your plates, champ. Yeah.
You can make your own roads, man.
Yeah, we try to get away from it. Parking, me and Monty, the city manager, driving the wrong way down there because it was broken or whatever. And finally they caught up to us. And they're like, you got to pay for the parking. We're like, God damn, ridiculous. But anyway, I didn't realize Gaylord was like a...
Yeah, either did I. Or I went at the bottom. It was an expensive trip, but they had a good time.
Isn't one of those things where it's like you tell your kids, like, this is Christmas and birthday present, and probably Christmas, birthday, Christmas, just so you know.
Yeah, you're good for a while.
Yeah. How was the concert?
Dude, it was the best concert ever.
I was getting videos all night.
Really?
They're like, hey, look at your fuck up. I'm like,
Yeah. That's always nice, right?
yeah.
I got to go to the concert this last summer. Motley Crue, Def Leppard, Poison. My friend Loranda had bought the tickets. She turned out not to be able to go, and so she called me and said, and take a step back. I was dating someone at the time. We bought tickets. We'd broken up. Sold the tickets back because of COVID. So I didn't have tickets, and I was super bummed out because I'm a massive Motley Crue fan. I've never got to see him. So Loranda, some family shit came up. She's like, "Oh, buy my tickets." I'm like, "Yes, please." And I did the same thing. Kept sending her videos like, "My God, you're missing an amazing concert." By the way, thank you so much. I owe you one. But she was super cool about it. So, yeah, Shania Twain.
We rocked it. Just like last month at, Pepsi Center. Well, what is it called now?
Ballerina.
Oh, yeah, we rocked it.
Yeah.
And we go every time she's close. We went to Vegas to see her residency.
Really?
Yeah.
She's held up over the years.
Oh, yeah.
Like, performing-wise.
Oh.
The voice is still there?
We rock it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's cool. Is it just country?
Yep.
Nothing else, huh? No. Can you please say it again? Yeah. Okay.
Speaking of like oopses with buying tickets, years and years and years ago, I wanted to go to WWF, back when it was WWF Raw. And so I was living
Redneck.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, a little trashy.
And juicy.
Yeah, in spandex.
No. But anyways, so I didn't have a computer, and you had to get online to get the tickets. So I asked my mom, I'm like, "Mom, can you hop online, order these tickets, or order a ticket for me? It's going to be at the Pepsi Center, blah, 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 blah." So I went in the bank where she was working because she said she'd got the ticket. And she's looking at it, she goes, "I made a mistake." And I go, "What?" She goes, "I bought a ticket for you, but I bought it at the wrong place." And I'm like, "How do you... It's Pepsi Center. It's in Denver. There's only one WWF Raw." She had bought a ticket to WWF Raw at Pepsi Arena in New Jersey.
Oh.
Did you go?
No.
Looks like I upped you down that
Yeah,
one.
you definitely did. But
that means Lizzie's kicking your ass, Janice.
Yeah.
His mom's name's Lynette, by the way. It's a long story, but yeah.
He, for the longest time, he thought my mom's name was Janice. So yeah, I talked to Janice today. I'm like, okay. And then after a while, I'm like, who the fuck's Janice? He goes, "You don't even know your mom's name?" I'm like, "I do, but you don't."
She answered to Janice for the longest time, dude. Right? But I got like all condescending to Adam. He's like, "Who's Janice?" I'm all, "Stupid, it's your mother." And he's like, "My mom's name's Lynette." I go, "Oh, seriously?"
That's so funny.
And she answered to it. She just, Larry, Adam's special friend. He's a little touched. So, and juicy. So.
And juicy. That's funny because my parents' neighbor who lives 1, 2, 3, 4 houses down, he's been calling her Dorothy for years, and that's not her name.
Your mom?
Nope, Doug.
Doug's been calling the neighbor Dorothy.
And her name is not Dorothy, but she answers every time she walks by the house.
She's giving up on Doug. Yeah, she's like, yes.
Dad will be like, "Hey, Dorothy," and she's like, "Hey, Doug," and my mom's like, "That's not her name."
There was a guy at the Elks. I've been calling him Wayne forever. Found out, I don't know, a week ago his name's Gary.
And the infamous story here on the podcast.
That's funny.
Sella Moya, Sella.
Who?
Sella?
Sella.
The trainer, like, that does boot camps.
Got nothing.
Anyway, her husband's name is Jerry, and I thought for the longest time it was
Rudy.
Yeah. So I, because he looks like a guy from high school named Rudy. So I was like, "Hey, Rudy." And one day he calls and he goes, "Hey, Rudy." I'm like, "My name's not Rudy." He's like, "Yeah, neither's mine."
Oh,
so I was like,
That's funny.
"What are you talking about, Rudy? That's you good, Rudy?" So yeah, I don't joke around with it anymore because I think it's like ran its course. Okay, we had our fun with the Rudy bullshit. So now you can call me Jerry, you dumb bastard. So what do you think about that one, Vogue?
I like that one. That was good. That's a good oops. And a hell of a Christmas present.
Yes.
Yeah, but I still got him a Christmas gift. So
Yeah.
I tried to, up the brother. Favorite child over here.
I think you did with that. Even if it was accidental.
Oh, is the brother older or younger than you?
He's older.
So you're the baby.
I'm the baby.
What's the brother do?
Well, he kind of runs his own business, and that's all I got.
You don't know what
He does like construction type deal, and so yeah.
He leaves the house in a suit, has a suitcase. I don't know. He comes back around 5. I don't know what he does.
We only see him when he wants stuff.
We think he's over there sleeping with Dorothy. It's fine.
Yeah.
Maybe Dorothy's setting Doug up. Like, she's going to rob you guys. And Doug finds her and talks to the cop. He's like, it's Dorothy down the street. And Dorothy's like, I don't never heard no damn Dorothy. Dorothy's going to fuck with Doug, man. I liked it. Especially the Shania Twain. I didn't realize she was still touring. I remember back in the day in Pueblo, Hastings. Hastings, are you familiar with the Hastings? There's one in Greeley for a long time.
Like
you're pretty young. Books and use CDs and all that. They had a Shania Twain stand-up, the one with the midsection showing and the cowboy hat. I had like Pinky and the Brain schematics drawn up on how to steal this goddamn thing out of Hastings. I never quite got it. So I asked them, like, what's it take to get that? Like, take it home. Like, I know this sounds weird. And, I don't give a shit because I really want it. And they're like, sign the back, dude. There's a list of people that want it. I was like, Shania.
Oh, we love her.
Yeah. How many times have you seen her?
So we've seen her 3 times.
Okay.
Yeah. It was my first concert when I was 13.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And then we went to Vegas, and then just like a month or so ago.
How was she in Vegas?
It was a hell of a show.
And where was it at in Vegas?
At Planet Hollywood. I almost said Planet Fitness.
Planet Hollywood.
Yeah, so we flew in. That night we watched a show, and then literally our flight out of Vegas was like 8 o'clock in the morning.
Oh,
so it was
awful.
a bam, bam, bam. It was a quick trip.
Awful.
It was so much fun.
Not at 8 in the morning, girl. You gotta sleep in.
We didn't even really sleep.
Really?
No.
Just went out to Vegas.
Yeah.
I've never seen a concert in Vegas ever.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was such a good show.
Really?
Yeah, it was more of like a concert, but it was like a show.
Right.
It wasn't just your basic concert like what she did at Ball Arena.
So it's almost like a Vegas show.
Yes,
like how they all do it up there.
Yep.
That'd be kind of interesting. I heard Aerosmith is down there. I can't remember what the hotel they're at, but they're going to be like a
residency.
Yeah. Is that what they're calling it? Where they?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's still cool, though. I'd love to go see Aerosmith down there. So
I'd go.
You an Aerosmith fan?
I like Aerosmith.
All right, cool. See, we're making headway. You like a little rock and roll. I'm into it.
Not bad.
I've never been to a country concert. So, you? But you've been to a ton of them.
Yeah, country, yeah. I was just at Kane Brown a couple months ago.
Really?
In Omaha, yeah.
I think the only one I'd go see now was when George Strait came. I'd go see George Strait. I'm a fan. King George or Cody Johnson.
I'm going to Cody just in a couple weeks.
Really?
Cheyenne Frontier Days, yep.
All right. I'm going to have to jump down there and check him out. I was DJing one day at the Queens, and a young lady came up, and she's like, do you have any Cody Johnson? I'm like, I don't know who that is. She's like, can you play these songs? And I started listening. I'm like, man, this guy's really good. I really enjoyed it. Yeah. Diamonds in the... What's that song called?
Got a diamond in my pocket.
Yes. That's my favorite Cody Johnson song. That's a great song. So, are you familiar with him?
Yeah, with him. I'm not that song, but I know who he is.
Yeah, he's fantastic. He's at Cheyenne Frontier Days?
Uh-huh.
I've never been there either.
Oh, no way.
No, I've
You're
never
missing out.
I'm kind of a sheltered person, I guess. I don't know.
My daughter's first concert was Aerosmith at Cheyenne Frontier Days.
What?
Yeah.
Harley's?
Yeah.
You know what? Mine was almost Aerosmith. Well, that's one I first claimed. Lollapalooza.
Okay.
You're familiar?
I know the name.
The name, yeah.
That's all I got.
So it was a big alternative concert in Denver every year. Oh, the nation every year. And they had like 3 stages, like Bobstock.
Uh-huh.
And they had like a secondary stage, and the third stage was all local talent. But that was my very first concert, like the Smashing Pumpkins, the Beastie Boys, Tribe Called Quest. You're looking at me so blank right now. A lot of these, yeah, in the 90s. It was all 90s alternative stuff, and it was a lot of fun. So almost got to meet Coolio. It was all right, man.
Okay.
So, yeah. But that
a
was
lot
my
of weed
first.
smoking.
There was a ton of weed smoking. So you're so young, so I'll explain. Everybody smoked cloves.
Cloves.
Do you know what cloves are?
No.
Clove cigarettes. Have you ever smoked one?
I've never smoked one, but I know what they are.
Oh my God, they'll make your lungs bleed, but they were cool, so we smoked them anyway.
Dang.
And yeah, that was a big clove thing because we thought we're from Brush, Colorado.
You're hip.
Yeah, we're teenagers from Brush, Colorado. We are not hip. Turns out the answer is no. So it was a lot of fun though. It was always at the it was Comfort Dental Arena now. Fiddler's Green.
Okay.
Yeah, such a great place. You ever been to a concert there?
Oh, Backstreet Boys. Hello.
We do not agree on that one.
It was pretty cool rolling up and all these women in their vans and,
In their vans?
Yeah.
Shoes.
Oh.
No, legit vans.
Oh, okay.
They're all moms and
I got it.
I was thinking shoes.
You made me feel stupid for like a quarter of a second there. I was like,
And now
oh.
I'll go with the
Are they all
fucking idiot.
rocking skater shoes, moms? That's fantastic. So,
there's a whole bunch of moms, with
Wait.
3, 4, 5 kids. And
is this lately when they came back on tour?
yes,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That was a huge deal for some people.
it was big.
Your friend from the Star, what's her name? The trainer. You were sitting with her at the wedding the other day. Barney's wife.
Oh, Amy.
Amy. Is she Backstreet Boy or NSYNC?
I think it's Backstreet. I'm
Yeah,
not sure.
okay. She probably went there. I can't remember. She's on the podcast and she's
Oh, I love Backstreet Boys.
okay.
I got a T-shirt there.
Yeah.
Paid $45 for it, but hey, teacher money.
You gotta have a concert. I had a friend, Helen, when I was growing up at Wendy's. She was the night manager. She had all these 70s t-shirts from all the concerts she went to, Led Zeppelin, all of it. You know what she did with them? Turned them into pillows.
Oh,
How cool is that? When
is
you went to her
awesome.
house, she had a couch just full of pillows and their old concert shirts. You can flip them over, look at all the dates.
More of them.
It was so cool, man.
I've seen people do that with concert ticket or concert shirt T-shirts, but do
Quilt.
a quilt.
that's what I had.
Yeah,
That's
the
what
quilt,
I did.
not-
I have
Did
a-
you?
Yeah, I have a T-shirt quilt.
Okay.
Yep, from all my sporting events. Well, softball.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Huh. That's cool. It was really neat, though. I thought that was such a good way to
That is cool.
keep
Pillows.
them, No, mine all got trashed, and it was my t-shirts. When you're juicy, you tear a lot of
You're
shit.
juicy.
Yeah.
You're not chubby, just juicy.
Thank you. I like it. I
when
like
you
it.
find clothes that fit, you wear them until they actually fall off of
Yeah,
you. So
he does that.
I do that. I was just looking at the shirt and I'm like, man, I'm trying to get holes in this thing. These are numbered on this one. My sister's like, this is one of my favorite pictures of you. I go, that was from 2015 and I had on this shirt. I was like, oh, dude, you didn't get new shirts.
Isn't it horrible? Like on Facebook. Are you on Facebook?
Nope.
Nope. Smart woman. But on Facebook, they have your memories. And you start looking through the memories, like you said, through the years. You're like, oh, I owned that back then, huh? I'll be damned. I need to quit wearing that. So,
It's like, or a memory pops up from 9 years ago and it's like,
I'm wearing that.
I wore this shirt exactly 9 years ago today, too.
that's it. You're like Ernest P. Worrell. All right. We got one left, and this is the one I really wanted to hear. Porn in the potty.
Porn in the potty.
Don't disappoint us, Lizzy. Come on, girl. Bring it home strong.
I was traumatized. That's
Okay.
what. So my first job was cleaning the porta potty. Well, not really porta potties. What are they called? The ones that have like the legit hole.
Like an outhouse.
Outhouse.
Yes, like at Riverside Park. That was my first job when I was 15, 16 years old.
You clean outhouses?
Yeah, I cleaned them.
I was going to say someone actually cleans that thing.
Oh, yeah, that was my first. Oh, it was awful.
I think they just made that up just so you'd have something to do.
I picked up trash and cleaned the shitters down at Riverside Park. That's what I did. And I had, my parents were so funny. It's crazy. Like when I walked into the bathrooms, like what people did with their poop. Like,
Okay, now I gotta ask you what I don't know. I'm super curious now.
I like it.
Sculptures, or I mean,
Like flinging it all over. I'm like, there is no running water in here. Like you walked out with poopy hands.
yeah, like spider monkey style,
Yeah,
right? Okay.
it was. It was pretty traumatizing at some points. Anyway, so before they redid the bathrooms at Riverside Park, like you walk either to the left was the men's and then the right was the women's, and then you kind of had like the wooden doors, and
Sure.
then I was educated by my father on what these holes in the men's bathrooms were, and they were for glory holes. And I was all,
Okay, hold on. So, okay, I'll tell you.
traumatized. I was 15. I'm learned about glory holes.
Lizzy, I did not see that coming. Just
Not at all.
Okay.
I didn't know that those outhouses came with glory holes.
Well, no, someone was taking their DeWalt tool in there and making holes that were different sizes. And I saw you walk in with a DeWalt tool.
Hey, you know what? I had a but by the way, if you don't know what a glory hole is, feel free to Google it and know that they don't have them there anymore. I hope. I don't know.
No, the bathrooms all got redone. So I would walk in on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I would clean the bathrooms, and well, there was no running water, so I had to haul around jugs of water with 10 pumps of disinfectant. That's what it was miserable. And I'd sit there and hoist it all over the walls and then scrub. And then I'd move over to the women's and squeegee and scrub and fill the toilet paper and then do a little air freshener. And while I come into this bathroom, the men's bathroom, it was either Monday, Wednesday, or Friday. And in the glory hole area, there was some porn. And I was like, huh. I traumatized. I'm like, oh my gosh. That's what a penis looks like. Oh my gosh!
That's when the peg A and slot B made sense to Lizzy. She's like, oh.
So I'm like, oh my goodness. And so I was throwing it in the hole because then the vac truck, I don't know, they'd come suck it out, right?
Yeah.
And so Friday rolls around and I'd run across porn again. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
Fucking lucky.
And it was for free, too. Didn't have to pay for it. And so I'm like, oh, I'm going home and I'm telling my mom and dad, you'll never believe this. And I'm telling them all the porn and I'm trying to describe this individual. I legit see this man's face.
Right.
And my dad's like, really? And I'm like, yeah, it's crazy. So anyways, next week rolls around and it was about 4th of July. I'll never forget. It was on Monday. Roll in, porn. I already knew Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'd get porn. Right. And so I'm like, there he is. So I had the picture and I go out of the bathroom and my dad was a police officer at the time. And you're going to stop me.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood. I thought you were describing the guy in the porno. You're describing the guy that has the porno.
The guy that's in the porn, he was taking pictures of himself and delivering them to me.
Okay, you lost me. I was lost, but now I'm found.
You're good?
I'm good.
Okay. So I go out and I'm digging a hole because I'm like, I don't want to carry this man and his weenie in my back pocket. Right. And I dig a hole and you remember this, don't you? And I put the picture in the dirt and I cover it and I finish cleaning the bathrooms. Well, I call him and I'm like, Dad, you got to come check it out. And he's like, bah, 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 bah. He's like, I'll be down in a little bit. And I'm like, okay. So I kind of waited around. Well, he comes over. We undig the photo and I show him the photo and he goes, oh, that's so-and-so. He's like, I know who he is. And I'm like,
I almost shot him in a mortuary.
I'm like, Dad, this is the guy who's been leaving me porn. Anyways, long story short, so I continued to keep getting porn. Well, it turned out there was agencies that were after him. So I got my first subpoena at the age of 15 to go testify. And raising your right hand in court, you go for your left, right? Yeah. I don't remember my name. But yeah, that was porn in the potty. And it was so traumatizing. But the fact that he knew who the guy was even better. Because now, to this day, at the age of 33, still see him around. And I'm like,
you don't.
I know what your downstairs looks like. Yep, to this day, I still see him around.
I misunderstood that story at first. I thought she found Playboys or something like that.
Legit.
I was with you. I'm like, oh, okay. So
legit,
selfies. Dirty selfies.
Porn selfies.
I mean, the dude was obviously a visionary. Okay.
porn Polaroids.
What year is this around, you think? You said you were...
So 2015, 2016.
Oh, wow.
I lied. 2006, 2000...
Yeah, I was going to say.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. And our that bathroom was known for for like the glory hole. It had its own website and everything.
Okay, well, here's something weird. I lived in this area my whole life. That's the first I've heard of it.
Yeah, I've lived here since 2001 and never knew about it till now.
Yep. Pretty
There's
stinking crazy.
A few hundred Bullhucker people to watch this, and now know there was glory holes in Fort. Good job, Lizzy.
Or
Good
there
job.
could be a few of them going, oh yeah, I remember that.
I'm like, yeah, I paid.
Yeah, I paid. That's I didn't know what a glory hole was for the longest time either. You know what I mean? I had to
Yeah,
Google
neither
it.
did I.
Yeah.
15.
Yeah.
Learned glory hole and what a penis was.
Yeah, that's congratulations.
And porn.
And porn. So was he impressive at least?
I was creeped out.
Okay. I'm just saying, like,
I don't know, Dad, was he impressive? You looked.
I'm just saying he set the bar high. You know what I mean? Like, anything other than the baby arm is like, what are you doing? The guy in the glory hole was like really impressive. So I'm sorry if I'm,
And it was so crazy. Inside those bathrooms, there was holes, but like a flap. So you could so you didn't actually see who was in the stall next to you. So you took your like flap and then you turn it and put whatever body part you wanted in that hole and hung on tight for a good ride, I guess.
I guess so. Working at a nightclub in Pueblo, that's when all these terms started coming about, like the Dirty Sanchez and all all that kind of stuff. And one day they're laughing about the Dirty Sanchez, and I'm like, you don't ever want to ask because it's hilarious, and you're the one in the dark. Yep. So I go, all right. What's a Dirty Sanchez? And they tell me, I'm like, why in the fuck would anybody do that? They're like, you should try. So I will not try it. Thank you very much. You know what it is?
Dirty Sanchez?
Yeah. Okay. Adam?
Yeah.
Yeah. Google it. Google that, and then pity whoever has to go through that. That's some weird bastard. So, do you know where the guy works? Don't even say it. Don't even.
Do I know where he works?
Yeah.
I don't know where. To be honest, I don't think he works, but I see.
He works.
He
works.
Yeah,
Sister. Okay.
But I do see. Hey. I do see. Do you still see him floating around?
Oh yeah.
Yep. See. I see him at Safeway. I'm gonna go to that checkout line.
I so want to know who this guy is now. Old Glory.
Old Glory. Yeah, him and his son I see lurking around.
His son.
Yep.
Oh man.
Yep.
That would be horrible to find out your dad is the maker of the glory holes in the local Fort Morgan shitter. That's gotta be tough. See that hole over there? My dad made that one. Yeah. We still got the drill at home. So, what do you think about
Glory hole Gus over there?
That's right. So nasty. What do you think about that one,
That
dude?
was fantastic.
I hope that one's true. If it's not true, I'm
Me
gonna be
too.
super upset with you, Lizzy. So, that was a great story. So, I did not see that coming. By the way,
Not at all.
You've hit me twice with stuff I did not see coming. I'm like, what? What did you just say? Okay. Do you have one in mind?
Yeah, kind of.
Do you really?
Yeah.
All right. Hopefully I beat you because I'm not really sure. Well, I do too. I have one in mind that you've done a good job. They've all been pretty good. So, but there's one that I kind of have a suspicion might be a little false. So, Lizzy, what we do is we rock, paper, scissors to see which one of us has to guess first. How do you rock, paper, scissors?
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Ugh.
Yes. I knew I liked you for a reason.
I knew I liked the other Schossow better. That's what I knew.
Because
Okay.
he's juicy.
Yes, he's juicy, but I don't call another man that. Okay, like that's my friend Doug. He's juicy. Okay, that's how you get your ass kicked. Okay, that's what when people like glory holes talk. So, all right, we're gonna do your crooked ass backwards four pumper way. Yeah,
All right.
hate it. Ready?
Did you know that, fun fact, when you do rock, paper, scissors, usually 80% of women do scissor because that's the last thing that they say in their mind, rock, paper, scissors.
Really?
Yeah, you just did what? Scissor.
Scissors. But let me tell you why I did scissors. There's a reason.
Talk to me.
Matt Gordon has beat me 25 times in a row at least. I have talked so much shit about Dinsia Kudrin because she picked the same paper. She picked paper 25 times in a row. I was kicking her ass. Finally, I'm like, you realize you pick paper every time. And she's like, so she went back and looked, and sure enough, Matt, this last episode he was on, is like, you pick rock every time. And I was like, Sure enough, I pick rock every damn time. That's why I haven't picked rock yet today. So, where'd you find that fact at?
I heard it on some podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We don't know how bullshit podcasts are. Right?
Factual on a podcast.
All right. 3 great stories. Christmas in Tennessee, I-70 Strongman, and Porn in the Potty. But before we go any further, I do want to say thank you to the Brush Emporium for giving us a place to have our podcast at, for having our podcast studio here, for supporting the podcast. If you love the podcast, then come support the Brush Emporium at 210
Clayton.
210 Clayton. I'm even saying 230 because I'm a bad person. Anyway, pizza here is great. Have you had the pizza here yet?
I have not, but I come in for their slapping yogurt.
Frozen yogurt, man. And what's the difference between that and ice cream, honestly? It's healthier.
I just like frozen yogurt.
Frozen
way
yogurt's
better.
the shit. It's so
frozen
good.
Yogurt.
Do you ever try
that birthday cake up there is calling my name.
Is it really? We're gonna rob it while they're closed right now. Because I guarantee Dana and Gilbert are watching the cameras right now because they have 3 fat guys.
No, juicy.
Well, they're gonna be dead if they do. But the pizza here is fantastic. The wings here. Have you tried the wings yet?
I've had the buffalo and the Parmesan garlic.
Okay,
They're both good.
Add Parmesan garlic. Matt says the lemon pepper is off the chain. So, is that still a close slapping? I'm an old man, so off the
I
chain.
just got it from a 5th grader.
The buffalo ones were a little warm.
Are they?
Yeah.
They don't mess around with it.
No, because when Brandon handed them to me, he's like, "Good luck with those wings." I'm like, "I didn't get the hot ones." He's like, "Good luck with those wings."
Because what are those wings? Bastard. And they're adding one more thing.
Ooh.
We got funnel cakes coming, I think.
Oh.
So eventually,
Fat kid heaven right here.
Adam and I have a little contest to see who has to lose a foot first here. That's what's going to happen. So it's going to be bad. But they've been so amazing. They've been so awesome about supporting the podcast. So please support them. If you go upstairs, you'll see there's 38 vendors. They're up to 38 vendors now. So you can go upstairs and check out all kinds of cool stuff. Local people doing their local thing. So you're supporting local people. Then please make sure you do that. Because when you don't support local business, it goes away. So make sure you do that. You had a chance to kind of look around upstairs for the first time, right? You gotta give it a good look. Kind of cool stuff, right?
It's super cool.
What did you see over there you were like super excited about? There's like snacks or something.
Yeah, I've heard of freeze-dried candy.
Yes.
And I noticed that a vendor had that, and I've always wanted to try it.
You know what? Now you got to come back and bring Dad for pizza and freeze-dried candy.
And yogurt.
And dip it in the yogurt, man.
We're going all out, and wings.
I didn't know.
Of course.
I started dating a girl from Sterling years ago when that orange peel was there. Did you ever try the orange peel?
No.
It was frozen yogurt, just frozen yogurt, but it was a whole wall lined with frozen
like
yogurt.
The soft serve machines.
Oh, I'd tear that up.
Dude, it was so
and then
amazing.
they had like a
Toppings.
salad bar looking thing at toppings.
Yeah.
Oh.
She's like, "Do you want frozen yogurt?" And I just met her, so of course I said, "Yes, that sounds amazing." And I thought, "Frozen yogurt, hippie."
Oh, so
No,
good.
dude, we went back all the time. Like I was like, "We should go get frozen yogurt." She's like, "Calm down," you know. I got to look at you, man. So let's ease up on the frozen yogurt, shall we?
And now there's a barbecue restaurant in there.
Yeah, I haven't tried that. Have you?
Not yet.
All right, well, I'm taking Ed up there for doctor appointment tomorrow, so maybe I'll take Ed for some barbecue.
Let me know.
All right. 3 great stories. Christmas in Tennessee, I-70 Strongman, and Porn in the Potty. Now, I'm going to go with the obvious one, Porn in the Potty, as I think is a true story. If anything else, it's because I want it to be a true story. Okay? If it's not, I'm going to be super pissed off. I-70 Strongman, I want that to be a true story too, and I think it might be. A little piece of me thinks that some of that might be not true, but for the most part it is. But I'm going to take Christmas in Tennessee. And the reason I am picking that is because that one had the least amount of detail. And I can see as to where maybe the mistake was made, but you caught it in time and they didn't actually go to Tennessee.
Okay.
So I'm taking Christmas in Tennessee. What do you got, bud?
I'm going to tell you right now, you are wrong because I know for a fact Christmas in Tennessee is true.
Oh, really?
Water aerobic talk.
It was that moment we were hugging in the
No.
He had just got back. I was like, how was the trip?
How was the trip?
Lizzy's going to do a Tennessee story. It's true. Fuck Larry. Don't tell him shit.
So, I'm going to go with you. Porn in the Potty, I really hope that's true, so I'm going to say it's true because I want it to be, just like you. So I'm going to go with I-70 Strongman. I could see Doug doing that, but like the part that's like not true is like just not taking his shirt off or some little something like that. But I'm going to go with I-70 Strongman.
I-70 Strongman. I'm going to Christmas in Tennessee, I guess. That's shitty, bro. I wish I had one pound. Anyway, Lizzy, let's check that board out, sister.
Can I get a drum roll?
Porn. Porn in the pot. What part of that isn't true?
I didn't have to testify, but everything else is true.
You know what? Get out, Lizzy.
I was traumatized, guys.
I bet you were. And to make you testify at that age would be hilarious. Is like, can you see it in the room? Can you please point to it? She'd be like, oh my God, the guy over there. By the way, get the mole checked, dude. That's not right, okay? Get it checked.
Like in Porky's. I can identify it.
Yes. So, as I came to find out earlier, Christmas in Tennessee is a true story.
Yep.
And you sent him off to Tennessee.
Yep.
Is it okay if I ask what was the total bill on that?
Yeah. Gosh, my concert. I think I spent probably my airfare, probably like $1,600 or $1,800.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
That's a chunk of change.
Mm-hmm.
My mom would tell me things. She said this to me a lot as a child when I wanted something expensive that you should have told them, is that I love you, just not that much.
No.
Yeah.
I love them.
From what I've gathered from being around him, she does love him that much, though, dude.
All right.
So
I'm a daddy's girl.
Yeah?
Yep.
Plus he's trying to up the brother, right?
Oh, he already has my mom.
Is he?
Oh, yeah.
All right. So he's got the boss.
Yes.
So Christmas Tennessee, I-70 Strongman is a true story.
True story.
I actually really like the fact that's a true story.
me too.
That's fantastic, dude. And I wish it'd be on video because that would be fun to watch.
Right? Wouldn't that be hilarious?
But it would have been horrible had you caused a pileup because people are just staring as they're driving.
The amount of semi drivers just honking at him.
Yeah. That would have been viral. Guarantee it.
Oh, absolutely.
That would have been viral. That would have
Just
been.
look at that body.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, Dad.
Yeah. But like I said, it'd be better if you were on the hood of the whip. just getting after him. It's like, we got to be home by 5, bastard. And porn in the potty is our Bullhucker today.
Yeah, everything's true. But I just didn't have to testify. It was dirty.
So you worked for the city at that point?
Yep.
And did you tell someone from the city what was going on?
Oh, yeah.
And nobody cared?
It was just like personal belongings being left behind.
That's crazy, man.
I told the most important person, the law enforcement.
5-0. Yeah. That is absolutely nuts, man.
Yeah,
Absolutely
crazy.
nuts.
Yeah.
So how long you been a teacher for? How long you been doing this
This
for?
will be coming up on my 10th year.
10th year?
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And there's no stories about teaching on here.
Oh, man. Well, I know you do have an issue saying our last name. And one of my students, when I taught second grade, they used to call me Miss Nacho
Nacho.
instead of Schossow. So
Yeah.
it was Miss Nacho.
Right.
But other than that, there's some good stories.
How old are the kids again?
So 1st through 5th grade.
So 5 through...
Yeah, 10,
Okay.
9.
That's crazy shit they tell you, though, too, right? They yeah.
Oh, the things they tell you. Yep.
Anything scary? No?
Nothing like too crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
In Pueblo, my buddy Robbie Garcia. What's up, Robbie? When I did comedy, this was a big bit I did. It's a true story. It was 5th grade girls basketball team, and I played basketball in high school, so I'd set out to help coach them. Right, and I was trying to teach them the back door and all this, and these girls were from the bad part of town. They had rough lives, you know what I mean? And I'm from Brush, Colorado. I'm not familiar with this kind of thing or how to deal with it, you know. And so, you know, I just kind of did my best. One day, 2 of them collide. One falls down. The other one towers over and is like, watch out, slut. Or get up. She goes, get up, slut. And I go, whoa. I said, come here. That's a horrible word. It's a mean, hateful word. It's horrible. I said, do you even know what that word means? She goes, yeah, it's a girl who gives up to her because she doesn't have any level of respect for herself. And I was like, carry on. That's a great...
So you can use that freely now.
That's right. Well, I mean, that's exactly right. That's a great, that is now my definition of that word. Thank you so much. And I told the girl laying down, yeah, you heard her, get up, slut. So, you know, she got you joking. I got the dirty look from the teacher just now. But yeah, it was such a wild thing for me to be around those kids. You know what I mean? And all the love and respect for what you do. Because it's got to be tough. I remember there's a rule that you couldn't take these kids home by yourself. There'd be 2 adults at all times. For good reason, right? So Robbie would take the Boys and Girls Club van, and I'd hop in with him. And on Troy Avenue in Pueblo, that's kind of where the projects are. I think it's called The Garden. All this huge apartment complex, right? And we pull up, and there's these guys outside, and they're getting high and drunk. And these are like 10-year-old girls. Oh. So I turned around and I said, do I need to walk you your door? You guys? Okay, we're fine. Just nothing. It didn't bother them at all. This is every day what they do. You know what I mean? And for me, it was so alien where I come from. It just blew my mind, kind of broke my heart a little bit. You know what I mean? So next time I saw my mom, I gave her a huge hug and like, thank you for being you. You know what I mean? Thank you for not having me in any kind of situation like that. Because that's tough when you're around kids, I think. This is such a bummer now. I mean, but have you ever had to deal with something like that or no? No. Not in Fort Morgan.
Luckily, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Because it's heartbreaking in bigger cities what some of the kids deal with. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Home lives are rough.
It's mind blowing to me. So it's just something alien that I have never been around. You know what I mean? So there was one named Larissa Baca. And I remember she was a little thing. She was so petite, so little, but the best athlete I've ever seen in my life. Like in flag football or whatever, she would just clown the boys. She was just that good, And we'd always tell her, like, stay away from the boys and the drugs and stay in sports. And last I heard, she was a state champion in track and field from Pueblo East. Yeah,
oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Robbie, yeah, it is awesome, man. Because she was a stud, man. This girl was she's just, whatever they'd play, she was just naturally good at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And her brother AJ was this massive guy, but just like me, like
Juicy.
Yeah, she was juicy and maybe a little do like me. So, but she was such an amazing athlete. It was just so cool to watch her play. And the boys would get rough with her because she'd make them look stupid.
Right, and she can handle it.
She could handle it, man. She'd get up and she was a tough little shit. She probably weighed like 10 pounds soaking wet, but she was tough. So, Lizzy, thank you so much for coming on.
Well, thank you. Hey, I'm going to make a request.
Okay.
So when someone does 2 truths, 1 lie, could we have like a theme song?
Ooh.
Like 2 truths, 1 lie.
Maybe we'll put that up for sponsorship. Someone can sponsor the
2 truths, 1 lie theme song.
The Bullhucker jingle.
Yeah,
I love it. There you go.
If we have any musicians, can't even talk.
If we have musicians that are watching
If
this.
you're musically inclined,
My friend Elmer Fudd here is trying very hard to say people who make music.
any musicians out there that want to write a jingle for us, get a hold of Moose.
I'm thinking like 60s shit when she says that, like, da ba da ba ba. Is that what you're thinking?
I'm thinking something just, yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
We'll call it the Lizzy.
Oh, I'm sold.
I didn't know if that was a good or a bad. I'm like having a hard time deciphering the look you're giving me right now. So that's why I quickly looked away. So anyway, Lizzy, real quick, you were nervous to do this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Would you ever come back and do it again?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Have a good time?
Absolutely.
The reason I didn't ask your dad because I didn't get the nervous vibe from him at all. So
He loves to talk.
yeah, he's an attention whore like me and this guy.
Yeah.
It's juicy attention whores.
That's right.
That's our new YouTube. But I do that because some people want to do this and they tell me they're going to do it and then they get nervous and they kind of back out.
Yeah.
And so that's why I always ask. Because I always tell them, like, watch the end of the podcast because people will tell you like they didn't want to do it. They're nervous to do it, and then it's a good time. So
Yeah, it was fantastic.
yeah, except for the ending. That was horrible. So. But thank you so much. I'm Moose Lundstrom.
How about a Voki?
Catch you next time. Peace.